Hey everybody, it's Steve and Caleb from Brownells, and we're back out here at the Big Springs Range on the 500-yard berm, and we've got some good stuff to do.
We do, Steve. So the question is, do smart scopes live up to the hype?
Are they really smart?
Are they really that smart? So if you remember, if you've watched our videos for a while, we did one with Burris where they came out and talked about a bunch of their products. One of those products was the Eliminator 6. And it's one of their smart scopes. Basically, you just have a standard optic. It has a built-in laser rangefinder. You push a button on the scope and it tells you where to hold. It ranges the distance, gives you the dot, you hold there, pull the trigger. That's all you got to do, allegedly.
Nice. I mean, for a hunter, what more do you want?
Yeah, so this is ideal if you're like in that hunting situation and you're engaging targets at unknown distances, right?
Yeah.
Because like a deer, sometimes it's hard to tell how far away that deer is.
Right, and this is not the hugest scope I've seen on a hunting rifle either these days.
So it looks big only because we have our trigger cam on it,
right.
And that's just so that you can see what I see while we're shooting. But other than that, it looks very close to a traditional rifle scope.
Pretty streamlined for what it does.
Yeah, so what you have to have is a smartphone with the Burris app, which is free. It's a free download. You don't even need to own a Burris product to make use of their app, because it's just a ballistic calculator app that syncs to the scope. So you zero your gun, you set up your optic, you zero your gun, you put in your muzzle velocity. So if you have this is a great time to use your Garmin chronograph.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is what we used. And you put all that into the app, and then it does all the work for you and tells you where to hold. And you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about, because we're just going to go ahead and start shooting.
Right. By the way, if you don't have a chronograph, Hornady and some others will put a very, very close velocity on their box as to what you're going to get.
Yeah, so they'll put it on the box, and also in the Burris app, like I just went and selected this bullet. Like I clicked on Hornady in the app, and then I selected the 168 grain boat tail hollow point. Click that, and then it all automatically put in the velocity, the ballistic coefficient. So everything that's already on this box, it plugged in automatically. So I didn't have to sit there and type it all out.
Yeah. So you don't need a chronograph, but it is another piece of nice gear you should have.
Yeah, it's a great piece of kit. So.
All right.
Yeah, I got a magazine. We're shooting, like I said, we're shooting Hornady 168 grain match, boat tail hollow point, and let's just start at the 100 and walk it out to the 5.
Sounds good.
All
you
right.
know the route.
Yep, I know how to get there. All right, so just gonna start at the 100, which is my zero distance. So we're already good there. And if anyone's curious about this rifle, this is a custom build that we did. All right, so there's the 100. All right, and I'm gonna push the button on the scope so you can kind of see. It should show a dot. Yeah, it shows the dot, it shows the range, it shows all that. And you can't see in the trigger cam just because the field of view is not wide enough, but at the top of the screen in the scope, it shows me if I'm level or not, and it also shows me the range finding distance. So this is exactly 100 yards. So I'm just gonna let one go right here. And there you have it. All right, that was easy enough. Let's slide to the 200. You should see that dot move slightly whenever I hit the range button here. Also, I'd like to point out, I know I'm reaching up and pushing a button on the scope. It comes with a wireless button that you can attach to the side of your rifle. So like ideally as a right-handed shooter, I would just stick it, you know, somewhere like right above the trigger. So I could just reach up, hit it, that'll give me my distance, and then I'm right back on the trigger. All right, so what I say we were doing 200 here.
200.
So 200, and you can see that red dot in there. Let me make sure you can see that. Yeah, it moved down slightly. So I'm just gonna adjust my parallax here as well. And yeah, you can see that. I didn't know if y'all could see that or not. It's a little tricky to see on the phone, but that's okay. All right, so I am going to fire a shot here. All right, and I pulled that one a little low, but that's okay. Let's just move to the 3. And the dot does time out. You could see it went away right before I pulled the trigger, which is probably why I shot a little low. All right, so that is 200, technically 298 yards. There we go, impact.
Nice solid hit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of wind down there, so that's expected to move a little bit.
And that is not a large target either.
No, it's not. That's a pretty small target. All right, and 400. Or technically 397 yards according to this. Close enough.
Nice hit.
Yep, I had clipped the bottom of it on that one. So there is some truing that needs to be done here. Obviously, I need to true it up a little bit. Since I'm impacting low, I can decrease my ballistic coefficient or decrease my velocity, you know, whatever. But the app also has something to help you out with that. Even though I prefer to do it manually anyway, just because I've done it so many times before. All right, let's just go to the 5. So that one there has a lot of stuff on it. I'm just going to shoot the opposite side, which is 503 yards. Let's see, I'm just going to hold dead center. I'll adjust for windage if I have to after the shot. Oh yeah, it looks like the wind was blew it off to the right a little bit. So I will just kind of hold towards the left side of the target. Well, the wind's dying down a little bit. I don't know, we'll just send it, see what happens. Yeah, there we go.
Good. Sounded like a solid hit.
Yeah, it was a solid hit. That was good. So it did impact a little bit, windage wise, but it's pretty dang close. I'm gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen because of the wind, but I'm gonna go for the smaller target out there, which is 505 yards. Yeah, the wind took that way left. And the magazine's empty, but that's okay. Man, that wind's going crazy down there, Steve.
I can see that.
Man,
Was that right above it?
I held for the wind and it died down. All right, last shot. Yeah, the wind ripped it again. That's okay. It's a pretty windy day down there, so about halfway down that range, the wind, there's a cut in the range. So what the wind's doing right here means absolutely nothing to what it's doing at the end of the range. But that's okay. We got a pretty good idea of what this scope is capable of. And especially on that, 500 yards, we were shooting a super small target on one that's not trued yet. So I didn't expect to do anything crazy, but that's all right. I'll finish out the box. We'll see if we can get an impact. And if not, then you can make fun of me in the comment section. This is the one, Steve. I feel it.
All right. Bracing myself.
You know, that was the one. I felt it. So that one went just underneath it. I saw the grass fly. I was holding for the wind on that one, and because it's really windy back here, but there was nothing moving down there.
Got it.
Last bullet.
Got it.
Last round in the box, I got it. Pretty much dead center on the target.
And how big is that target? Is that an 8-inch disc?
That's an 8-inch.
Yeah.
8-inch at 500 yards.
It's nothing. You can barely see it at 500.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, once this thing is trued up and all I have to do is just call windage, I was calling a little bit of height because, like I said, it's not trued up. So I need to either drop my BC or drop my muzzle velocity. But it's a really cool concept. So, I mean, do they live up to the hype? Depends on what kind of shooting you're doing.
Yeah. But
So-
I can see a hunter getting a lot of use out of something like this.
Yeah, as far as like a hunting optic goes, let me just turn off the trigger cam here. It's tricky shooting with that trigger cam too because it keeps wanting to give me a kiss,
yeah.
you know, because it adds so much to it adds length to the optic without adding
Length of pull.
length of pull, yeah. So it's like you want to be right there. I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah, me and
Anyway.
that device have had our differences.
Yeah, I know. It's a love-hate relationship with that thing. I know y'all love it, so we'll keep using it.
This would be great for open country where you can't really get a good frame of reference for your distances.
Yeah, that's exactly what this thing would excel in, big time. So you don't have to laser distance with your laser rangefinder, get back on your scope, or like punch that into your ballistic calculator, get back on your scope, look at your dope, you know, do all that stuff. It just one push of a button and it does all that.
Just do your range time ahead of time and do your homework.
Yeah, it's that easy.
Ah.
So yeah, I think if you're in that type of situation, these things definitely live up to the hype. If you're trying to get really fast shots at unknown distances, yeah, this is the optic to use.
Yeah, especially if you got a rifle that's capable of reaching out there like this.
Yeah, and like me, I just obviously sucked at shooting here, but it's way more capable than I am.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Yep.
And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And what, the notification bell?
Yeah, notification bell, and if you need help with anything for any reason ever, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.